One of the biggest problems with modern day Christian dating and courting is the fact that the Christians are trying to look like the world. The Christians are trying to behave like the world. It's a very popular saying and we all repeat it and regurgitate it, but we don't live it. As a Christian, you are in the world, but you are not of the world. In every aspect of your life, you are in the world, but you are not of the world. Things that the world does, things that the world watches, things that the world engage in, you should not be found a part of that. But in the realm of dating or courting, Christians tend to find themselves following what they see other worldly people doing, unsaved people doing, following what they see in the romantic movies and TV shows. And that is a recipe for disaster. A piece of advice: when you do find yourself in a Christian relationship, you find yourself that you're courting somebody with the potential of marriage, make Jesus Christ first and center of that relationship. Make Jesus Christ first and center of that courtship. What does that mean? I made a previous video the other day talking about how the fact that many Christians idolize romance. And you will find in the sphere of courting or dating, Christian courting and dating, that it can get to the point where you begin to idolize that relationship or you begin to idolize that person. So at one point, as a young youth, for example, for me, I am definitely very dedicated to Christ, very dedicated to my word and dedicated to prayer and dedicated to worshiping God. Then now, for example, say this young lady comes in the picture, and I usually have set times when I would pray during the day. And because this young lady comes in the picture, all of the prayer gone out of the picture. I usually have set times when I would read the Bible. Because this young lady coming in the picture, the Bible reading gone out of the picture as well. Instead of approaching it that way, substituting God for this relationship, what you should be doing is finding out the ways, different strategies in which you can make God first and center of that relationship. So maybe in my prayer time, instead of doing it alone, invite her, or just boldly say, yo, don't be afraid to say, yo, I need to take a couple minutes to go pray. Either or. In the Bible reading, if I have set times when I read my Bible, I need to be able to say, yo, give me a few minutes, I'm going to be reading my Bible now, I'm going to be doing some reading. Or invite her in the reading. You're in your relationship and you're all under a chat about worldly things, all under a chat about the future and all other things. There's nothing wrong with that. But what about the two want to sit down and have a Bible study one day? These are different strategies, different ways in which you can make Christ first and center when you're in a period of Christian dating or courting. You have to be wise, and as I mentioned earlier, that Christians in their dating or courting season, they tend to mimic the world. So for example, the world says, yo, a cute pose for a picture is for the young lady to sit on the young man's lap. And you know, as a Christian, take up that cute pose there and you're gonna do it. That's rubbish. You just well want to fornicate. That's a recipe for disaster. So these little things, these little ways in which the world operates and the world approaches courting or dating, it should not be found in Christians. So you have to be wise, and especially the young men, you have to be leading it. You have to be leading purity. Yes, it is the responsibility of the young lady, definitely, but it shouldn't be hers alone. As the leader, as the man called to be the head, and who's going to be the head, who should be the head when you do eventually get married. From now on, you should be leading purity. So it shouldn't be a case where a Shia drag you along with purity. You should be leading that purity in different ways. So if she decides, if she come up out of her excitement and say, oh, she want to give, for example, one of them loving, embracing hug there, You ever say, yo, no, we not operate that way there. We are in the world, but we are not of the world. If she decides, yo, she initiate that cute romantic pose there, where she wants to sit on by lap. You as the man have wisdom and know say, yo, no, we can't do that. We can't operate like the world. So if as the man in a Christian relationship where you're courting or dating, you should be the one leading purity. So these are the different things, these are different ways in which Christians should be approaching dating. And we shouldn't be trying to mimic the world, because what the world does is not for us. Because we're not striving for the same results as the world. The world is striving for a result that produces idolatry, idolizing their partner, idolizing their relationship. We are striving for a result that produces a godly kingdom union that can help and edify and grow the kingdom of God. And if we adopt the practices of the world, then our union will just be like the world and won't bring any fruit in the kingdom of God. So if you're in a season where you're dating or you're courting, think about these things, or put this video on the shelf for when that season comes for you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. God bless you.